Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's probably December. You guys are busy, but thank you so much for taking the time to watch, to subscribe, to like, and everything. I am here with my friend Unokwanda again, and we are just going to be talking about some of the lessons that we learned in 2020 and we are taking to 2021, right?
Yes.
And yeah, welcome back again.
I think this is part two of
Part
just
two
having me,
of
guys. I think we should have literally labeled it No Wonder's 3-part day.
A 3-part day,
on,
right?
On Tembi's YouTube
channel.
What was this, Coco?
But yeah, do you want to start? Should I start with some of the lessons that I learned and But I think as a guest, you start. You just like
I think
lay
you're
down
the
the
leader.
platform. I must, né?
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I think one of the lessons that I learned because I had to move out at home
Yeah.
late last year, right?
Okay.
And one of the really crucial lessons that I learned about 2020 was the importance of family.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna be innocent about it and say I've always really considered as a priority.
Yeah.
Especially from just my mom's side or my dad's side, you
Yeah.
know. But 2020 being the year that it was traumatic and stressful and so draining, emotionally draining,
Yeah.
I've had so much support from family.
Yeah.
And I'm truly so grateful. Like I'm truly so grateful. I can like I literally know that I have a family now, you know. And you
Yeah.
know, we have a lot of toxic relationships with our family members now and
Yes,
again.
100%.
But there's also just some good that comes with having like a very healthy family
Yeah.
as a support structure. And I'm really just gonna work in maintaining that
Yeah.
throughout the years, you know, after 2020 for me. So yeah, that's been one of the lessons, and I'm just truly so grateful that I had a great support structure of friends, a great support structure of families. And yeah, man, pretty much one of the lessons for me.
That's a very good lesson, you know,
Yeah.
and just sort of, I mean, that's not one of my personal lessons, but to further sort of elaborate on it as a person who, and people don't think ukuthi ngi-introvert, guys, just because mina ngi-friendly ngikhulumisana nabantu ngiyaziphaphela, and literally I'm an introvert, but kule spaces kuyo it allows you to actually be able to set boundaries without fear of, oh, but this person won't understand mangamboni, this one won't understand when I don't have time, because literally this year was about self-preservation.
It was.
And self-preservation also comes with drawing boundaries, but also understanding other people's boundaries. So in as much as Utembi says, I have to move out, I have to sort of, in moving out, you need a lot of emotional support because by one at some point.
Definitely.
Yeah, so even in that, when you draw boundaries of this is what I want to do, this is how I want to evolve, but the people that give you the support now will understand when people can't help you with certain things.
And it's okay.
And it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Really.
It's a matter of this year learning more than anything
More
to
than
say
anything.
I'm preserving my mental, my psychological, my emotional space. So I'm fully to be giving out all of myself. I actually don't have the capacity to give out all of me. So basically, even in that, just being able to give family, give that love, that care, that support. Bengicela ungibheke tu. Cela eye contact. Yeah, so that's how it is. Yeah.
Abuse.
So
your lessons.
My lesson.
You were adding on.
Oh yeah. So
I was saying.
Yeah. So my personal lesson, guys, was definitely 2020. And it's sonke singene with 2020.
20 plenty.
This is
that was the
plenty.
theme.
Guys,
everything plenty.
Sipete maste was a chess. 2020, this is my year.
And 2020 was big. Not for that day.
It's like life, Corona. It's like putting like variant.
Mina, guys, I've never seen anything I've never seen anything actually 2020 in my life.
You move.
Like
you move.
You film.
Yeah.
But you film.
Yeah, for to part 5. Because just getting one my levels. But
your lessons.
Yeah,
right?
My lesson. We are so diverse. So definitely my lesson in the beginning was, you know what, there's this dream that I had of having an event. Actually, it wasn't a dream. I thought always, because man, why isn't there an event hosted for young black women to discuss inkinga zethu just as us as black women by ourselves, not necessarily always having abantu abadala or older women to come bazositshela ukuthi man, hey thina siphile so this is how we started our business, just us as just young ladies, even me and her just sitting and talking, we talk about deep things, psychological, and we speak about financial, give each other financial advice, relationships advice, friendship advice, work advice, like career advice. So I was thinking, man, this is something that I want to do, but on a bigger platform and have an event. So I, I mean, got everything sort of organized and was able to have imasikhanyisane.
Okay.
Sakane women's gathering.
Okay.
This is what I wanted to have this year. Obviously, 18 Zaga April, but obviously it had to be postponed
Of course,
because of COVID.
We were
But
still in lockdown.
we were still in
4 or 5, right?
Yeah, it was 5.
It was 5.
I think
yeah.
it went straight to 5.
Yes.
So it was at that point in time that, for me, it was working, especially in January when this idea came to fruition, and I said, you know what? Before this, I bengana mali, bengana skati, and I didn't have the desire. This year, I had the time, I had the desire, I didn't have the money. I went, I looked for sponsorships, I looked, and people are more than willing to help you. More than anything, when you set your ideas, your dreams, your purpose into the universe, isn't it, guys? Like, literally, don't be afraid.
I think it's one of the lessons also I learned, also regarding with starting the channel.
Yes.
Or any other thing that one of the things I learned this year was that if you have an idea or whatever that's within your heart, guys, just start.
Yeah.
I promise you, provision and everything regarding whatever that you want to start, God will make a way.
Yes.
Like, just start. There's so much beauty in starting. Because, we want to see the finish line first before we start. And there's just so much... Like, everything just falls into place once you start.
100%.
I promise you. I promise you.
Literally, all you need to say is, God, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't ever let money be the thing that stops you from starting something.
You said that the other day too, and it stuck with me. So I posted it actually on Facebook. Really? It stuck with me so well because we really make excuses as if it's money's the actual problem.
Yeah.
But sometimes money's not the actual problem for you starting. Like, you don't need money. Actually, when you think about it, we don't need money for most things that we need to start.
Yes.
We don't.
So that was the thing. It's just being able to say, this is the purpose, this is the thing that I want to do. Reach out to people that are more than I'm a business people, and go to the best advice that I ever got was going to a friend of mine gave me a number of a girl that he's been working with, Faith, who runs Glow. She gets me in contact with other people who run other NGOs. Other people are like, no, you want food for the event? Okay, go approach local, stores. I was thinking, do you mean I shouldn't run to big chain stores? People are like, labo. No, go straight to local. Start small. That's the advice that literally pushed me through, was start where you are. Like, where are you? And then start from there.
Uneli M, Uti, it always looks. We ask about Uneli M. Nelson Mandela, but 2000, call him that.
I'm a 2000 because you're underground crew. But
he once said that it always looks impossible until you actually start.
Yeah, no.
He said what?
You think it's impossible until it's done.
Until it's done.
Yeah, that was my motto, guys.
Yeah.
It always seems impossible until it's done.
Until it's done.
Yeah.
My second lessons for this year would have to be, I realized I had to be at peace with a lot of things that I couldn't do.
Yeah.
And it was so painful, guys. And I think we normally advise each other that be content, be at peace. And then it's an easy place to get to. When you get to that content space, it's no longer painful. And one of the things that I realized this year is that being in a content space is just as painful as not being in a content space. I constantly had to remind myself and it's okay, you can't do this, so be at peace with it. But also to be in that state as well of not constantly being able to do certain things, constantly having to postpone certain things because you can't do them, is a very painful space. So it's one of the lessons that I learned, Woodsman. It's like being single and being like, I'm content that I'm single, but I'm not happy that I'm single. Hell no, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it makes sense, because for I think for the longest time, always just when a person says I'm content and I'm at peace with everything, alright to send away any man a flourish high.
But can we discuss what that means? I think we need to unpack it a little bit.
Also, because
the thing is, being content does not mean you're not a work in progress. Being content is saying, listen, Mina, at whatever weight. I'm underweight, I'm overweight. This is where I'm at.
Yeah.
This is who I am. No matter what
Like
people
now,
say,
the
it's
weight
body
gain.
positivity.
Yeah.
This is what I like. But
I'm
I
not
want to
happy.
get to a certain
I was
place.
at 38.
But
I was
also-
at 36 back.
Yes, but at that time, you are not demeaning yourself. You are not belittling yourself. You are still setting standards, even though you are single, you really want to be in a relationship, you miss the
And
holding
you're not
hands.
compromising
Yes,
certain things.
but there are certain levels where you're going to say, this is not going down.
And
just
then it's
because
not being
you're
desperate.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Okay.
So it's just literally being content also is a space of constant improvement.
Improvement.
It doesn't mean content doesn't mean I've got the house that I want. No, it does mean that you're happy. It really does mean that you're happy, but it doesn't mean that you don't want to improve yourself.
Of course.
It literally doesn't mean I'm at this weight, I'm doing whatever, but I want to lose weight. But it doesn't mean you're hating yourself whilst living in your body and wanting to improve yourself.
I get it. No, I get you. Your last one for 2020 that we are taking to 21.
That we're taking to 21. And for me, I think people don't be afraid to set boundaries with people and also to accept the boundaries that people come with. So these unnecessary expectations and entitlements that we put into different relationships, like the expectation of family, of friends, of your colleagues to be something, but also they've told you this is not who I am. For example, the best example I can give you is learning to understand when you go out with your friends and they say ngizopuma, but at 8 I need to be home. And not forcing them to stay out more than 8 is an understanding of, here is a boundary that's been created. This is what I want to accept. My friend came out, even though, for example, when there's social anxiety, they don't want to be around people. Those are the types of things that you sort of learn in asserting yourself, and don't be afraid of doing those things, because I feel like I want to go home and just because social battery yaphela man. Yaphela social battery guys ngapha mele uhlangane nalo because abantu are energies, and you give and you
really
take
gets
energy
tiring at some
and
point.
So you have to be able to do a balance for yourself, and also
don't give out so much of yourself.
Yes. Who's deprived, so more than anything, always put yourself first.
Finish we can go the whole day. But anyway, thank you so much guys for watching. Please like, subscribe if you haven't, and please tell a friend to tell a friend. And man, happy festive season. See you guys in 2021. Peace out.
Bye bye bazalwane. What the fuck bazalwane?